Right on.
Let's
Welcome,
go.
welcome to North of Nowhere.
Thanks for having me, man. We're here.
Yeah, finally.
We found it. Yeah,
Finally.
this is cool, man.
Yeah, do you want to
awesome.
give yourself a quick introduction?
What's going on, North of Nowhere fans? My name's Owen Riegling, and I'm here Saturday night. We're going to party tonight with my boy Calvin.
Right on. So it's been a long time of wait since we were in the studio, eh?
It has been. That was a while ago, man. When was that?
Yeah.
How long actually
That was in that was in January.
January.
Yeah,
so
January 17th actually. We're in those studio days.
7 months ago.
Yeah.
That's crazy, dude.
And your life's changed a lot since then.
It has, I feel like. I've just been running around. I mean, all over the country and playing shows and writing songs and putting out music. It's just been a fun, busy year, but it's nice to kind of be home. I'm like 3 hours away from where I grew up, so it feels like home.
Yeah, that's awesome. Last time I saw you in the studio, you much less energy. You're like, dude, I'm exhausted right now.
I remember that. I was so tired. I don't know what I was doing the day before, but I was definitely drained. But I'm glad that I feel a little more rested today. I think we're gonna have a fun show tonight.
Yeah. What's the schedule like? Like people probably like, oh, that must be so sick. And it definitely is sick. Like there's no getting away from that, but there's a lot of stuff that isn't too pretty that people don't get to see. Like I've seen you that one weekend you were out east.
Yeah.
And then you were like somewhere else and then you were out
west
in all within like 48 hours or something like that.
Yeah, that was like 2 weekends ago now. At Stampede, we did Toronto to Cavendish to Calgary to home in like 3 days, which was a crazy kind of cross country. It's weird when the time changes so much because you kind of have the longest day ever.
Yeah.
You get up at like 5 a.m. in the east, and that's actually like 1 a.m. in the west.
Yeah.
So then when you get there, it's like you just time traveled, and now your day is like way longer. But I mean, it's fun, man. Like there's tiring days and days when you have to just push through and suck it up. But once you step on stage and there's people out there singing songs and having a good time, I mean, all the tiredness and the stuff that's not as glamorous, just kind of you forget about it.
Yeah, the adrenaline kicks in.
Yeah, it's just that's what you do it for. That's what makes it all worth it.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you what keeps you going, but yeah, I guess it's the adrenaline that kicks in.
Yeah, like it's adrenaline, and it's just like remembering why you do it. Like you go through all the travel and the annoyances of airports and vehicles and time. That's the job of it, is like the travel and all that.
Yeah.
But then when you get to step on stage, it's like, this is why I picked up the guitar in the first place.
Yeah, this is
because I had dreams of doing something like this and being in front of people and connecting in that way. So that makes it all worth it, man.
Yeah. Do you still get nervous at all going on stage? Really?
Yeah, I get nervous, 100%. Like sometimes more than others for some reason. I don't know what it is exactly. I think when I'm like really run down and tired, I get more nervous because I'm just like so dead. But when I'm feeling good, my nerves are easier to control. But definitely, man, still, every show I feel a little bit of something, for sure.
Have you anchored, like, where those nerves come from? Is it, like, what the crowd thinks are you going to screw up or what that is?
I feel like it's just a combination of all of those things. Yeah. And just, like, being in front of people. Like, growing up, I was never the, like, look at me kind of, like, I was always kind of to myself, shy, like, didn't raise my hand in class, didn't want to be, like, in front of people my whole life. And like if you would have told myself back then that I would be in front of people all the time singing, like that's just crazy to me. But then I guess over the years playing guitar and writing songs, like I just wanted to share that with people and sort of developed it. But it's just a learned skill of being in front of people, for sure, for me. So
yeah, for sure. Is there anything, do you have I don't know if you're a superstitious guy, but do you have any pre-rituals before you get on stage that you do? Not
really superstitious, but we like to dance to Mason Ramsey, Yoda Lady Who. Good song. That's what Benny and I will get fired up to before the show.
Right on.
Yeah.
We I've asked a lot of the other artists. Everyone thinks like the artist, the rockstar life and stuff like that. So I've asked them like, what are your rules around drinking and stuff before? Like, do you have a couple? Do you say totally sober? You got guys like Ty's like, I can have 10 and doesn't affect me, no problem. And then you have some other guys who are like, yeah, no, like I don't. I wait till after. What's your team's gig?
My rule is usually I don't drink a whole lot until like the last show of a run.
Yeah.
So like tonight I don't have a show tomorrow. I just got to fly to Nashville tomorrow and not till the night. So I'm like, I'm probably gonna have some drinks tonight.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah, I got a bunch of time in the morning to recover. But like, yeah, if we're doing like 5 shows in a row, if you start drinking on night 1, like good luck by the time the 5th show comes around. It's just so hard.
Yeah.
Drinking is just so hard on your body. When you're trying to like be places and sing. I lose
100%.
when I'm drinking, like before shows or during the show, I tend to, my technique sometimes goes out the window and I just blow my voice out sometimes. So, yeah, you gotta just pick your battles, you know?
Yeah, you wonder how guys like Motley Crue did that.
Yeah,
You know what
probably
I mean?
drugs. Probably a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
drugs, yeah.
for sure. What about the Nickelback boys? You were just with them. Did they calm down a bit? I saw the documentary on Netflix. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, they seem really chill. They're nice guys. We didn't even really get too much FaceTime with them, but we watched their show, and their whole crew and team is just like next level, legendary. So that was super cool to get to open for them and see how they put on a show, and it's definitely a production, that's for sure.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
pretty cool.
Yeah, right on.
Yeah,
Jonah, actually, right there, the audio guy said you don't own a cowboy hat.
I don't.
Is that true?
Is that for me?
That is for you.
I'll get it. Look at this. I love it. Cottage Springs. Maybe this thing should make an appearance on stage tonight, I feel like.
Yeah. Well, there's one other hat we want to make appearance on stage too. It's a North of Nowhere hat.
Ooh, another hat. Let's
We're
go.
gonna give you that
We can make
one.
that happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, yeah. You don't own a cowboy hat.
I don't.
How many pairs of cowboy boots?
I got maybe 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. What the Benny's boots are pretty cool. They look like alligator
Yeah,
skin.
he's
or
got
something.
some cool black, I don't know what it is, some sort of snake skin boot thing. I got lizard skin boots here that I'll be wearing tonight. Those are like my pride and joy boots. But I had these real old shitty boots that I wore for 10 years. My first pair, I wore them right out. And then since I've started touring and meeting people, I've just acquired a boot collection, which is
yeah,
sick,
100%.
you know? Yeah.
100%. I don't want to keep you too long, but one more question. For you that played so many shows and stuff like that, well, you're definitely, getting to quite a bit. What still gives you goosebumps on stage? Can you still get goosebumps on
Oh yeah,
stage?
man, all the time. I feel like I'm still new to this whole thing, even though I've been doing it for a long time. These experiences and getting to play, festivals and big stages and stuff like that. It's all exciting, It's
Yeah.
still so exciting. But when people are singing my songs back to me, that's the coolest thing. I feel like that's a pretty cliche answer, but it's so true.
Yeah.
Hearing people sing Old Dirt Roads to me is just so surreal, because I wrote that song in my college dorm room back in 2019, just by myself and my guitar, just writing songs about missing home. And I was living in the city for the first time, so I kind of just, was missing it. And it's just a song I wrote to myself, put in my notes, and here it is, playing all over the radio. People know the words, and they sing it to me, and it's crazy. Sometimes I have a moment on stage where I look out and I really soak it in, because it's hard. It's easy to just, let the moments fly by and never really take a second to just really soak it in.
Yeah.
But I've been trying to do that a whole lot more lately. So.
Yeah, it's something you created that honestly takes on a life of its own
Exactly.
at this point.
Yeah,
And it's
people,
it's its own thing.
People listen to the song and it gets them through the day, or it reminds them of home, or everybody's got their own imagery when they listen to the song, which is it's cool that it can take on a life of its own and stuff like that. It's just all of it's very surreal, man. It's cool getting to do this.
You're moving to the not moving to, but you're moving into the States, are you? I saw you're with Park McCallum in a bit.
Yeah, man. We're doing a bunch of touring south of the border, which is exciting for us. Parker McCallum, we're doing some Brett Young shows. Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff lined up down there. Then I'm drawing a blank right now, but it's exciting, man. We're starting to we've toured across Canada so many times in the past year that it's we gotta start playing other cities and moving down south a little bit.
Right on. Well, I don't want to keep you any longer, but I'm super stoked for this show.
Thank you, man. I'm excited to be here. Thank you for having us.
People are waiting for it, and we're definitely going to catch up later for a pop.
Yeah, we are, dude. North
Right
of
on.
nowhere. Let's go.
We'll see you guys.